Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Another day of Astro Gravitational Report. A lot of shadow work. You already feeling it, right? Following up from yesterday, as I mentioned to you that in the morning when we get up, we're going to have the moon that's already on fire after all this new beginning and so on. First things first, you're looking where into the shadow. Why? Why would you look into the shadow? I mean, the moon is going to be trining Lilith. In the shadow, it's buried your fears, but it's also your dreams. This is going to be a pretty much a lot of what is going on today. And with this energy that is going to be going on today, it's going to be a lot of about publicity. It's going to be a lot of things that you want to see and understand. But the moon, it's going to be sextile in Pluto. Pluto is sextile Lilith. What is all about that? A lot of depth of transformations of the things that you're not what you're not sure, the things that are buried in the shadow, the dreams, and what can you hold on even though the ignition went through, right? So a lot of questions to be asked, a lot of questions to be answered, right? Since the moon is going to be at Aries, this is going to be of what I am. A lot of the question is going to be related to who I am, what I want to know, what it is. But that energy is going to be later on square what? Home. Cancer represents home, is the fourth house. And the moon from the first house is going to be squaring its own house. That's mean that it's something has to be what? Develop. A lot of the development begins in areas. That is it, the fire. That is it, the spark in there. And we're going to see some today. There is going to be a lot of spark of digging into the shadow. So, with that being said, I want to say thank you guys for coming in. The clicks, the likes, the shares, the subscribes. And we are going to be going within the day. All right. First of all, the ascendant is going to be at the end of Aquarius. So this is going to be intensified energies. You're going to feel the pressure from the new energies that it's coming in. That is going to be a squaring Lilith and Uranus. You're going to feel like you're going against the universe, and the universe is not giving you what you need to do. A lot of premature actions. Okay. What the universe wants is take and look the new opportunity that begins and unfolding in front of you. That is coming from Uranus sextiling Saturn and Neptune coming together, and Saturn and Neptune are sextiling Pluto. And now with the moon being there, that is a want the focus. But now that focus, since it was getting, it's moving forward. Okay, and it's saying it's moving forward. The energy that it's trining Lilith is going to be start active. You're going to be start looking deep into oneself. So, hi Brennan, and hi 76 Serial. Thank you for coming in. If you have pronounced it right. So this energy at 7 o'clock in the morning, always going to be beginning with in us. At 8 o'clock in the morning, we are going to be looking into this ignition energies that it's coming. A lot of this is not going to be about the work. Okay, you're gonna feel like whatever you're trying to do is something tells you don't do it. Something is standing on the way. Something is not correct. Something is not. And this is what happens is when there is a new beginnings, the old ways doesn't have what room. The only thing is you bring in what your expertise from your experience in there from the past, and you're gonna be seeing it. What can you do within the new? Okay, all right. Later on at 9 o'clock, we are going to see that energy of the inner work in there, that it's going to be at Capricorn. It's going to be opposing Jupiter in there. You're going to feel like you want to grasp into the work, to the job, getting in there, and so on and so on. And all of a sudden, that energy is asking you, like, can you communicate from within? Look deeply into your psyche, what this is. So to answer your Syria, I'm originally from Bulgaria, but I live in Spain. Okay. All right. Ascendant is going to be a Taurus, of course, the material situations, but that is going to be more connecting with what? It's going to be connecting with Lilith, since the ascendant is going to be 150 degrees with Lilith. A lot of the Lilith energy is going to be putting some pressure, particularly into the future. That can be a energy of sabotaging your missions that you need to do in life. You're going to feel like there is going to be some energy that it's going to be like, you know what, you cannot reach this, you cannot do this, you cannot get in there. Don't go into that energy. Okay, this is the purpose of that energy, is to be the same time Venus is squaring Lilith. That is the love and the values in there that cannot coming in towards us, because we're going to see it how the shadow is going to put some energy towards this. And it's the same time to communications. Be mindful what you're saying, how you're saying things, okay? And so on and so on. Do you speak any other languages? I speak pretty much 4 other languages. If you want to know, Brennan. So, yes. All right. 10 o'clock. The inner work is going to be the end of Capricorn with Pluto. Ascendant is going to be with Uranus. Things is going to be beginning to organize by the universe. Like it or not, one of the big energies coming in from the big planets, okay, we only have to what? Accept it or deny it or cooperate it, right? So this energy that it's going to be coming, it's going to be more for what? Directions. Because right now you're going to see the new opportunities in the material world, how they're going to be coming in. And Uranus, who is ruling the sudden changes, and right now is in Taurus, sudden changes is going to be start coming up. Okay? Expect a lot of surprises, because he's direct. He's not retrograde, so you can review and evaluate and so on and so on. Enough of that. He's direct. He said, like, it's time to go forward. The question is what are you going to be going to do to doing forward? What is going to be your things in there? All right. 11 o'clock, the inner work is going to be at the mid of Aquarius. That is going to be putting the divine energies towards Jupiter and Cancer. Everything it's let's redo these revaluations of family patterns. A lot of this is going to be really grinding it out. Okay, grinding the same things over and over and over until it's all kind of like a purged out. This is going to be lasting for a little bit longer. Okay, but Jupiter is going to go direct. Okay, but before that we are going to have a reset into the mindset. Okay, right here. All right. So that energy that is going to be coming in, we're going to see some divine energy from Pluto towards the ascendant at Cancer. Why is it that though? That is the energy of if you haven't had a healthy environment, and if you couple of generations didn't had a healthy environment, what happened to the healthy environment right now currently? Okay, because when we're looking at to the family patterns in there, some of the people who have, nice, beautiful house outside, everything, nice cars, everything it's all shiny and blue and again, perfect, all right? But what is in the inside? You see a face mask of 2 people who are pretending they're having a great life. And now you see the other options, okay? People who are happy, but they're struggling into the material world. And now it's time for what? To put the proper family values in there. Be happy with what you have. You're here to have a joy of the soul that is enjoying, is existing into the material world. And this is what Jupiter is retrograde. We're going to see this in the next hour. This is going to be at 1 o'clock because the ascendant is going to be coming in with this energy right in here as we are talking about. And here is Venus and North Node. They are coming in together with the inner work. That what is want to show you. It is about that. Okay, you didn't have an example of a happy family. You can create a happy family, right? But the happy family creates a happy society. Happy societies make a happy world. Are we happy with this? Are we joining our soul in this material existence? You all know the answer. And this is what the evolution it's coming for us. All right. The next hour, this is going to be at 2 o'clock, the inner work. It's going to be exactly with that ignition point of Saturn and Neptune. We're going to see these energies in there. We're going to be working out with those energies. It's time to get these energies right. It's time to understand that stop putting into energies within the old. It's time for you to put the energies into the new structure, new visions, new beginnings, new things that it's going to be coming in, but they have to be what? They have to be okay, not only with the lower self, they have to be also with the higher self. But in order to fix the things down there, you also have to fix the things up there, right? So we're going to see a lot of these energies that it's going to be, because right now we have what? We have the North Node. There is in Pisces. We are working it up here in the consciousness, into the spirit, right? So this energy is coming out, and is the inner work, is the beginning of Aries. There is a new rebirth. All right. How's the new rebirth going? Well, we gotta face the family patterns, because right now the new self is like, I don't know what to do, how to create a new society. What is it, the values that have to be? So you may be gonna be looking for a lost values. Okay? So those lost values that we lost it because we were more focused in the material and putting and creating things so we can show off or satisfy others without the inner self. Now all those things, it's coming into what? Paying the price. Paying a price because the past few generations, that's what they did, right? Particularly the generations after the Second World War, because they had to go ahead and prove it and so on and so on. Then the next generation comes in. It's like, oh, you got to make it even better and better. Here's the competition with the Joneses, okay? Joneses bought expensive cars, so here he also bought expensive car because he have to keep it up with the Joneses. But now this keeping up with the Joneses, the cost was lost family values. So now as you getting at this, and we're going to know about this by the end of the day, because right now the moon is at 11 degrees at Aries, and the inner work is at 17 degrees. We're going to start seeing it, how pretty much at the end of the day, the moon is going to be exactly at 11 o'clock, exactly at 15 degrees with 15 degrees square with Jupiter. This is going to be a very emotional for some of the people. This is going to be a very digging up, and you're going to be blaming the family parents. Don't blame family parents. You came in here to fix them. Okay? All right. 4 o'clock, the inner work is going to be at Taurus. That is going to be squaring with Pluto. Transformation. You don't like the transformations. Okay? The thing is that in the material world right now, particularly Mars right now is very okay to start a new beginning, because Mars, the way it is, and heading out from Aquarius, he is looking at what he needs to do into the material world. He is seeking it, innovations, totally new, different ways of thinking. Okay. All right. That energy at 5 o'clock is going to be continue the inner work of Taurus. Beautiful energy is going to be with Jupiter, and the North Node is going to be triggering like, okay, I have to see the future. I want to see the future. You need to make the future. And here is that contradiction. It's like what I need to make. Make your dreams. Make the things that you never did. Make the impossible possible. Okay? And here is that energy that first of all is gonna comes in is gonna be coming to us because the next hour this energy is gonna be passing through Uranus, and Uranus is like here is some ideas, here is some visions, here is some thoughts, and so on and so on. But of course, the duality is gonna be coming in because in this hour, as of in the past few days, we've been having an ascendant very close to the South Node in Virgo. That is a squaring Lilith, and it's opposing Sun, North Node, and Venus. Right now, your authority is having a hard time from the past to organize yourself. Here is, I spoke with someone today, it's like, if you're trying to go ahead and fixing your physical symptoms in your body, but you're not fixing the cause, the mental cause of your sickness. Your sickness, maybe you can fix it into through medicaments and in procedures and so on and so on and so on. But the real cause still exists, and sooner or later it comes back in, or it shifts somewhere else until you don't fix it here. And this is why this Pisces Virgo energy is very critical, because your mental state has reflections in your physical state. And now with this duality in there, some of the people is going to be digging in, but the inner work that is at Gemini is going to be squaring the sun, who just entering Pisces. Is like, man, what should I focus up here? Too many fishes, too many dualities, too many publications, too many things to read, and too many other unfriendly people. And I have that I need to be perfect. I can't. It's impossible. And now is this emotional overload. Okay, that overload is gonna comes in and really put some pressures in you. All right, so 7 p.m. the ascendant that's going to be at Virgo and the inner work at Gemini, it's still going to have this mental processes. Okay, what is a mental process? Well, Mercury right now it's in Pisces. This is a digging up deeply into the psyche. Okay, Gemini, it is about the communications to oneself, which is ruling Mercury. Okay, Virgo, it is about creating the perfections of oneself, but that also comes in from what? Very digging up deep into the personal communications and expressions of who you are, what you are, and how you put your things together. So now with all this and all the work that it's been done, trying to make a balance. You cannot make a balance until you don't what? You don't understand who you are, what you are, and what you need to balance in there. So in the next hour, this is going to be at 8 p.m. The inner work is going to be the beginning of Cancer. That's going to be a squaring the beginning of Aries and the beginning of Libra. This is where the ascendant is. Now this squaring in there shows up the missing situations about the family patterns. And that is going to be where the authority is going to be seeking in. But you have to be okay of what you miss, what you don't understand, what is it getting, what is it this, what is it that, and so on, because your focus is what? The inner work that it's going to be done through this Pisces period in the next 28, 29 days. All right. Well, here it's 9 o'clock. We're gonna see some this energy of cardinal changes that it needs to be. The moon, it is beginning to really square the dark sun and the inner work with Jupiter. This is gonna be some this energy of putting pressure of this emotional turmoil, I would say, because this firing moon wants to put things in a proper way, doesn't want to show, doesn't want to do these revaluations of Jupiter. There is no balance because the ascendant is at Libra and it's opposing Aries. What does that mean? I don't have balance with my partner because I don't have a balance within me. Then I cannot creating this proper family environment. But through this turmoils that it's there, with this oppositions that is there, it shows up the point of where the work has to be done. Okay? And with these pressures, a lot of the people trying to what escape or bolt out or I don't want to do it, or on this and so on. Put the love in there. This is why that Venus that right now with the North Node, okay, in Pisces has divine energies towards who? Towards Libra. Okay? And now with the energies that are going to be later on coming in Taurus, we're going to see some lots of positive changes. Hi, 10 o'clock, the inner work is going to be at Cancer, is going to be trigger Pluto, is going to be a squaring Chiron, right, in there. But we're going to start seeing it that Venus, it's kind of like a pulling more and more away from the shadow. It's like, okay, I'm gotta get out. I'm gotta move out of this shadow. I don't want to stay in these shadows anymore. And you're gonna be seeing how the Venus is gonna be just pushing forward more and more and more faster just to get out of there because the love and the values right now reevaluating in there through the psyche, you're going to figure it out. What do you miss? What do you haven't got? What do you need to work on it? What do you need to develop in there? Okay, but some of those things, they're going to be too fast. Slow down, take time, look at it within you. Okay, because we are going to go through a very interesting process. Here is 11 o'clock. Here is right now that the moon is exactly with that energy of square, as I said. Okay, the moon is our attention, and here is she is at 15 degrees 44 minutes, and she is squaring the 15 degrees 38 minutes Jupiter. Okay, now this energy right here is gonna come in and make sense with the inner work that needs to be done at Leo. I need to redevelop my own authority. I need to change my belief system. I need to understand the new self as the way I am. But you develop yourself of the environment you grow. That is the zodiac sign before Leo. It's Cancer. And this is why it's crucial. What do you learn in the first quarter of the zodiac? From your growing up, from your understanding about the material world, how friendly you are with everybody. And that friendliness creates the friendliness environment of the family. And then you develop yourself with that wisdom. You're ready for it. Okay? So this is going to be some the energies for today, and you guys know I can give you the energy of 7 o'clock in the morning. What's going on February 21st, 7 o'clock in the morning, right? All right. Well, the moon is going to be very close to Chiron. The inner work is going to be at Sag in there. We are going to be going over of this squaring with Jupiter, but the focus will be the mom healing the child. So you're going to see some parents, maybe your intuition have to do some inner healing, pay attention where you have in areas, particularly on those 20 degrees, okay, in there, and looking at of that intuition, that also the moon represents the mother, right? Because this is an emotional, where is your emotional attachment is? What do you have to do with that emotional attachments? Okay? Maybe you're missing certain emotional attachments. Maybe something you need to what? Require healing. And this is what we are going to be dealing at tomorrow. All right, guys? Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for the clicks, the likes, the shares, the subscribes. And come back tomorrow for another astro gravitational report, guys. Much love, and I'll see you tomorrow.